Alright guys, before this video starts, I really want to say this before anyone ever makes this assumption. This video is in no way meant to throw any shade at David or TheBrickWiz Studios. I'm just going to be addressing some things that I feel are really getting on my nerves, and David is my inspiration, as I'm sure a lot of you know, for me creating my YouTube channel and uploading and everything like that. So David, if by this rare chance that you're watching this video, I don't mean any offense, I really just need to say this, and I know that you agree with me on a lot of these topics, and yeah, let's jump right on into it. Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another video. I really am not in a good mood right now, so I do apologize for my tone if I get a little bit rude. I'm going to try and stay as professional as I possibly can. But guys, last night, if you did not know, David did upload his next segment of Building Crate, where he built this ginormous wall. He added some really awesome infrastructure, and I watched it. I'm a huge fan. I always like him. I've been subbed for a while now, and I made a comment saying, this is awesome, as you guys can see right here. And I thought nothing of it. The only thing that I thought was, I want to show my support for him. I love what he's doing. He's absolutely killing it, and he does help me with a lot of techniques, considering that I've only been building for a little under a year. He has a lot of years under his experience belt, and I really do look to him whenever I have a problem with any sort of building like that. So guys, I woke up this morning and I wanted to check two things. I always check my YouTube upload notifications, and as well as some comments in the community. And I noticed that I got a few sub comments on my comment on David's post. I know not everybody is exactly nice. I've been playing video games for a long time, so I do know what the community can be like, but I really didn't think it would be something like this in the LEGO community. Basically, I just got a comment, maybe throwing some shade at my mock, which is absolutely fine. I know everyone is not going to agree with what I do, and I completely accept that. But anyways, I kind of put that aside. My man LCW Productions came in clutch, making some nice comments, and it really did make my day, and it really kind of just made me forget about that single sub comment on David's video. But then, guys, fast forward. The second thing I checked, guys, was my upload, my week 7 of Crate, and I realized that I had 20 dislikes, or something like 20 dislikes, and that was the most dislikes I've ever gotten on a mock building segment. And I realized, and I kind of deduced, that it's from people coming to my channel from David's video in which I commented. Usually I get about 4 to 5 dislikes on my mock segments, and it's completely okay. Like I said before, there's no YouTuber who gets all 100% dislikes, and I know people are not going to like what I'm doing, which is absolutely okay. But it was just a little bit odd to me that I got a whole bunch of dislikes so quickly, to 18 dislikes, 20 dislikes, whatever it is. That's a lot for me. I make it my goal to make sure that everyone's entertained. I really do put in a lot of time and effort into my videos, as I'm sure all of my subscribers know, and I know that a lot of you, this probably doesn't pertain to you. People probably watching this video now, I'm sure you are my loyal fans, and you guys have been here since the start, and you know what I'm saying, and you know the explanations as to what I'm about to talk about. So that for that, guys, I really do appreciate you. But every now and then I get a comment saying I'm copying David, blah blah blah, and I really got hammered today in this video. So pretty much, guys, I'm going to take this time in this video to talk about this certain comment. I am copying David, or you are copying David. And now, when I started Crate, I realized that I was going to get backlash, because for some reason, I know David agrees with me on this, but for some reason, as soon as David chooses to do something, automatically anybody else who is doing it, it's automatically considered copying. And I know for a fact that David has addressed this in his videos. In fact, I did record him actually addressing this exact problem. I'm going to put that at the very end for you guys if you still aren't swayed by what I'm about to say. In a video in the past, I put a pinned comment saying, listen, if you comment this, I'm just going to ignore you. But I got a lot. I got like 7 or 8 overnight saying this, and that's unusual for a small channel like me. Usually, I get some really awesome constructive criticism. At the very least, I get 1 comment maybe a week saying I'm copying David, but I just got a huge influx in these comments, and I know it's because people have been clicking on my channel from that 1 comment on David's video. So just for example, here we have a comment. I did block out the profile picture and the name. I don't want these people in any way to be bullied or attacked by. In fact, I do not want that to happen. I'm just using this comment as an example. For example, this user says, wow, good job stealing the wood Bix tactic for the ground. I couldn't even say that right. Obviously, I know what they're saying. He's pretty much saying, good job for stealing TheBrickWiz Studios' idea for the ground. Guys, before David even started doing this knot technique, and before he even started doing it, I'm going to put a picture up on the screen right here. This is the picture when I googled Lego Crate. This is really early, before the movie even came out, and I thought to myself, wow, that looks really awesome. I would absolutely love to make this in a bigger scale. And now what I thought was, I'm going to be doing a bigger mock, so I need to make bigger chunks of those little snot techniques for the entire mock, and from then on, I knew I was going to be doing that. And then I think it was a few days after this, or even a week later, David said that he'd be using a snot technique, and I got really upset because I knew that people were going to automatically just think I'm copying him from his videos. Guys, the first idea I got for the snot technique was in this picture. This was before David said he would be doing a snot technique, and that's really all I have to say about that. If you still aren't swayed, if you still aren't persuaded that I'm not copying David, or I'm not making it my intent to, guys, please look at the facts. There's really only 2 methods you could do for Crate. Number 1 is a snot technique, which I am doing, or number 2 is a tile and play technique that my boy Rich Boy J is doing. Now, one thing that I know for a fact, that if I actually switched over to doing tiles and plates like Rich Boy J, instead of saying you are copying David, it will be you are copying Rich Boy J. So either way, I still get kind of caught in the middle of this really unfortunate predicament. Anyways, guys, I still feel like I need to justify to you guys why I'm actually doing this technique. The snot technique adds depth to my trenches. The trenches on crate are very deep, and having a full brick length on top of the layer that's going to be the initial ground floor adds my trenches to be that much more deep, and I really do like how that looks. I'm not going to change it by any means. I'm going to stick with what I'm doing because I have a policy that when I'm creating a mock, no matter what planet it is, I'm going to choose the best techniques that fit what I want for it to look like in the end. No matter how many comments I get, no matter how many dislikes that I get saying I'm copying somebody's technique, which isn't even a thing, I'm just going to keep doing whatever I feel is going to be best for my mock. Second of all, David was not the first to use the snot technique, and I'm pretty sure, has even said that himself. And even before that, the snot technique has been around forever. Now, I will admit that David is the first big YouTuber to use the snot technique, and I can completely understand for people who don't watch smaller YouTube channels who actually use that technique first, that they immediately assume that David is actually the one who invented it. But even David has said this, he is not the one who invented it, and that's all I'm going to say about the snot techniques. Another comment, probably the second part of 3 parts I want to address, is this comment right here. You stole this idea from TheBrickWiz Studios. Now, I don't know if this person meant the wall specifically, or if he meant the crate idea. First of all, if you are saying that I stole crate from TheBrickWiz Studios, I think you have to take a step back and just realize how kind of ridiculous you're sounding. How can me stealing crate be something that David owns? David has said this 100 times. He does not own a setting or a battle from a mock. He hopes that he inspires people to make the same exact dioramas as he does, and I do have a clip saying all this from David himself at the end of this video. But anyways, crate is from Star Wars. Crate is the most popular scene from The Last Jedi, and a whole bunch of people are making it. And last but not least, guys, probably the other proponent is the wall. I will admit that I am using David's technique for the wall, or the one that he is using, but I've also switched it up in a lot of different ways, guys. My mock is Battlefront 2. David is doing his from the actual movie, hence why he has 6 ATM 6s. I only have 2. I have details very specific to Battlefront 2. I made my door completely different. I made it a completely different color. In my opinion, I like it better, and I also didn't want to do dark gray, what David is doing, because I know that I just get more and more comments saying that I'm copying him. And also, guys, the reason why I'm doing that technique is because it's affordable for me. I'm not going to go out spending thousands of dollars inventing some weird way to make the door. This right here comment really kind of just made me smile. I really couldn't take this comment seriously. Pretty much this person says, you are copying David, you obviously aren't a good enough Lego builder to come up with your own design. So for this specific person who commented this, again, I did not show your profile and your name, and I want you to get bullied, nor do I want people to do that in protection of me, but I do want to ask you this question. What design would you do? The only design that I thought of doing was having plates slanted on some hinge bricks. You really can't capture that circular shape that the crate-based door has without any other design to my knowledge. So my question is, if you can actually present me with a better idea that looks good and is affordable, I'd be more than happy to hear about it, but really I cannot think of one that would look as good as the slope technique. And this person is just flat out rude too. You obviously aren't a good enough Lego builder to come up with your own ideas. I'm not taking this guy too seriously because I know that it's just one person. I'm not gonna let one person ruin my day or ruin my channel, and I gotta admit that I was really upset this morning when I woke up to it, but as the day goes on and as I'm recording this video and kind of talking to you guys about it, I am feeling a lot better. And last but not least, guys, if you are still a hater and you're still stuck on me copying David for all the reasons that I've said, and you still for some reason think this, I want you to listen to David himself in his week finale of Scarif and what he says about that.
You know, is it okay to do it? By the way, you don't have to have my permission to do a Scarif mock or any mock for that part. I personally wouldn't even really mind if you guys copied it. I wouldn't be like offended or anything by that either. So you don't need my permission to do any of that. Honestly, just go out there, guys, and make something. Just make something. You just, you know, if you got that thought in your head, that idea, then just do it, I suppose.
Guys, like I said before, I knew once I chose Crate, I knew that I would be getting a lot of backlash for creating it. For some reason, people think that as soon as David, TheBrickWiz Studios, as soon as he decides to build something, he automatically copyrights it. And again, this video is in no way meant to throw shade at him. He is my inspiration for both the mocks and the quality of his videos. He puts in so much effort and so much time, and I absolutely love it. He's killing it over at his channel. And David, if you are watching this, I know you agree with me. Really what it comes down to, guys, is I'm not going to change what I'm doing just because a few people are going to be be saying this, although I did get a whole bunch of dislikes, and I'm probably even accepting the fact that I'm going to get a lot of dislikes on this video as well, but I'm not going to change what I'm doing. Fact is, the techniques that I'm using are best work for me. Like I said before, they're affordable. I don't have a steady job, so I have to be very careful with how I spend my money. I think saying that I'm obviously not a good enough Lego builder, I think that's a little too far. I do take a lot of pride in what I do, and I do work really hard every day to pretty much just present you guys with a really quality, entertaining video, and that's kind of just to address that problem. Last but not least, I want to end on a good note, guys. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you who do stand up for me. I know I got a few comments on the sub comment who were sticking up for me, so really quickly, I just want to throw some really awesome props to this guy. My man Bricks to you, he's been in a few of the actual chats, and LCW as well, and Sushi Tuber. The fact that you guys stood up for me on David's channel really does mean a lot, and I even got 17 likes on the comment, so I know that I might even be blowing this thing completely out of proportion, but I still do need to actually really address this because it gets to me. So guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. This problem needed to be addressed, and I know if David ever saw this video, I know that he would comment below saying that he agrees with me on everything. Like you guys just saw in his clip, he is completely okay with people using his techniques. A lot of the smaller channels like mine tend to get this backlash, especially from big YouTubers, and I got this when I was building Scarif as well. But really, this is the last time, hopefully, that I need to address this problem. The really only thing that I'm really upset about is that people who came to this video, who are disliking this, now I know for a fact are subscribed, and the only reason they're going to come back is so that they can dislike and write negative comments again. I don't want to have to ban people from the channel, but really, if you're only here to comment bad things, I really probably am ultimately going to do that. I am a firm believer that if you don't have anything good to say, don't say it at all, and I know that a lot of you agree. Last but not least, guys, for the fans, for you guys who watch my videos, who like my videos, who understand where I'm coming from and from why I'm building and doing specific things on my Crate Monk, I appreciate you 100%. I do seriously love you guys. You know, my channel has been blowing up recently, and I'm really happy with how everything's going, and I really hope that I can present an awesome creation when this mock is done. Last but not least, guys, message to the haters. If you still think I'm copying David, that's completely okay. You have your own opinion, and I completely respect that, and I will never, ever say anything mean to you at all. I just wanted to address this problem, and if you still think that I'm copying David, then I really have nothing more to say to you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you understand why I made this video. Hopefully, we won't have to address this problem again, but thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you later. Peace.